This is the in-depth lunar horoscope for May the 22nd through the 24th. So, we have the Sun in Gemini and Moon in Pisces. So, we have a square because Gemini and Pisces square, and this is a mutable square that we're talking about. Gemini is mutable air. It's very lofty and in the mind, and Pisces is mutable water. And it's really wishy-washy. But it can also be very fantasizing this dream upon that dream over to the other side of the aisle. You know, where Pisces is the spiritual energy, where you can see something that has not been created yet, that's not, built from the sort of stones and rocks and materials in the material world, but something in the dream state. I believe I have this vision. This is what I want to create. And that's really, really a lot about what Pisces can be about. But so these two square each other. And so the thing with this particular square is it's not like one that's so stubborn and so controlling, squaring, fighting in competition with another sign that's so stubborn and so controlling and so demanding. It must be my way. I have a plan and you're going to follow that plan. It's that kind of thing. No. Instead, these two signs are so confused that clarity and, having a real anchor, having a real center that you can drop to and a direction of where you're going can be difficult. It can be more difficult to find. Because Gemini is a sign that gets so into its head. It has a million ideas going on, especially with, Mercury there, which is the planet of the mind and your thinking as well, and how your mind operates. And it also can look at your mental health. And May happens to be Mental Health Month, and adding to that, Mercury is retrograde. So the shining planet for these 30 days when the Sun is in Gemini, that planet is retrograde. It is going backwards. And it is making the energy very, very unbalanced and very crazy and very wild. And clarity, the perspective of, having healthy detachment. The perspective of having a clear sense of direction, a clear sense of logic, of moving on, or your mind is in the right place, in a grounded place. That's hard during this time. And Mercury did move into Taurus, which is a much more earthy sign, thank goodness, because we need the earth energy. And pretty soon Venus, the planet of love, is going to be moving into Taurus here very, very soon. And that is going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And we only have a certain number of days left from Mercury retrograde. And then on June 3rd, Mercury is going to station direct and move forward throughout the shadow. And, well, it is going to be, I think, a new beginning. And it's going to be a celebration of where we can really move forward with things. Our mind's in the right place. starting then, because I've certainly noticed in my own personal life that my mind has been off here, off there, and always going back to certain experiences, analyzing them, and doing it very, very easily. And I've certainly tried to reconstruct things, but I think that they involve more effort to do this. But, Mercury retrograde, Mercury is the planet of the mind, going backwards, so we're going back into those experiences, into those occasions, into those moments, which we happen to remember and pinpoint and sort of store away and fixate on. Now, they may be really petty, trivial things, or they may be huge things. But whatever they are, I think there is a going back towards those things, reflecting them, reviewing them, analyzing them, inspecting them, in order to see it for what it fully is, and to gain a better understanding of it to where then we can move on. So it's a little bit turbulent, with all of these planets changing signs. Jupiter in Aries creates a wild boost of energy. That happened, and but it's really this Mercury retrograde that has really affected me the most in my life. And so we have the Sun in Gemini. We have the Sun in an air sign, the first air sign of the zodiac. And while it is light and bubbly and very free-floating to this direction and that direction, we're going in a field of bellflowers, and we're seeing the different types of colors and designs. But where do we ground a Moon in Pisces? Now, at a wonderful high level of the Moon in Pisces, it can be very compassionate. It can be very empathetic. It would really, really merge with the other world, open up the door to a portal of blue, sea green, atmospheric light. If you've ever seen The Little Mermaid, then you can, it's very Piscean, very dreamy. And so both of these signs get lost. And both of these signs are very ungrounded. But bear in mind that Pisces, as the body part, is the feet. And the feet down to the ground, earthy. And that is a challenge. Saturn in Pisces, for instance. Saturn restriction in Pisces. The feet, grounding, spiritual connection to a higher power. And so, it can really trigger the area of the body. So foot surgery may be a big issue for Saturn in Pisces. And so we have this placement, this in-depth placement. Thank you for tuning in.